As nice a guy as there is in college hoops.
High praise coming from you, Dan. Most coaches aren't very nice to you.
That is not true. That could not be farther from the truth. But he is a really good guy. Radio interviews, wherever. He's just really good.
Josh Okogie, third-team All-ACC with the first shot attempt, and it goes out of bounds off BC, so Georgia Tech will get it back. It's a Yellow Jackets team, as Josh Pastner talked about, ravaged by injuries, and two big ones in this game. One is Jose Alvarado, a Brooklyn kid. He was the starting point guard, a freshman, out for the season with a fractured elbow. And also a big three-point shooter, and also Curtis Haywood, another three-point shooter. He's been out for a while either. Ty Bowman at the other end gets the bounce, and BC opens the scoring.
Two straight times. First one was a turnover. Second one, you see, BC wants to go, and not only do they have guys like Robinson that can shoot the basketball, they got finishers as well.
Ben Lammers, senior from San Antonio, in the high post, looking for Jackson. We get a kick ball. There is Alvarado from Christ the King High School, a Brooklyn kid following in the footsteps of Marbury and Kenny Anderson, New York City point guards, to come to Georgia Tech, and he wishes he could be out here today.
Well, he's the perfect guy for this team. You've got a lot of pieces, but what you don't have is a real point guard.
Well, Todrick Jackson has been filling that role of late. Jackson with the first basket for the Yellow Jackets.
Princeton offense, no slash, cut off the high post. You need a high post guy that can pass it. Lammers can do it.
There is Jerome Robinson, the ACC's leading scorer. Averaged better than 24 a game in conference. Robinson baseline, got it.
Easy. He caught the ball. He had the ball once, pretty good defense. But then when he gives it up, you've got to get on top of him and make it difficult for him to get it. Got it too easy, got in the rhythm, drilled it.
Here is Okogie. That's a three. Offensive rebound, Evan Cole, the freshman. Out of bounds to Boston College. Cole has been seeing more playing time of late, along with Moses Wright, both in the starting lineup. And part of that was due to necessity. Josh Pastner needed warm bodies.
Yeah, I mean, when everybody gets hurt, red shirts are no longer available. Cole was going to red shirt. Now he's in the starting lineup, and he's been solid. Hasn't been great, but he's been solid. He's given Josh Pastner what he needs. He's a guy to make decent plays. Not fantastic plays, just keep the thing moving.
Second chance opportunity after the offensive rebound by Stephon Mitchell. And Bowman is fouled by Todrick Jackson.
Well, they being Boston College, they put so much pressure on you. Every guy that gets it looks and faces the bucket, particularly Robinson and Bowman, and they're looking to drive. And if you don't show your hands, if you see a defender not with his hands up and out, chances are it's going to be a foul.
Bowman fires over Jackson, in and out. Lammers on the inside. Ben Lammers, the defensive player of the year in the ACC last year. He had been bothered by an ankle injury most of the season. The last couple of weeks, he's been as healthy as he's been all year.
And good offense by Georgia Tech. Look, when you play against a team that's good in help side, undersized, Boston College is, you keep the ball on top, it spreads the defense out.
Robinson leaves it short. Okogie the rebound.
And when I say on top, I mean in the middle of the floor, because the defense has to spread. And if Georgia Tech, they'll go right back to it, my guess.
Lammers also a good passer out of the high post. Jackson from the corner. Cole flying in for the rebound, and we get a foul underneath. It is on Evan Cole.
You know, Lammers is really a good guy to have on top. You see, he sets a screen, then he makes himself available. Robinson is supposed to come in and be the protection guy, but he kind of falls asleep. You see him in the left side right there late. Play in the middle of the floor. It opens up the court. There is no help side with the ball at the top of the key.
Jordan Chapman, the sharpshooter, hits from the outside, and Dan, that's what he does.
And I'm telling you, they have shot makers. And look, tournaments are make or miss. Now, I say it all the time. I go back to having a national championship ring. Why? He's smart in a jump shot against Syracuse. He misses. Boeheim's got another title. It's that simple.
If Derek Coleman makes the front end of a 1-1, things might be different.
And Trish, these Syracuse guys.
Shot clock at 5. Lammers contested. Here comes Bowman. Averages almost 7 rebounds. Despite being 6'1", loses control. Wright comes up with the loose ball. Wright and Cole had played a combined 32 minutes in Georgia Tech's first 11 ACC games. The last 7, together they average more than 50 minutes per game. Jackson.
That was a good set. Jackson gave it up, went down under the basket, came off, got a great look.
Robinson accelerating and finishing. And we get contact away from the ball. Print the legend.
I've been here, it seems like, for a month. I stayed after the Big Ten tournament, stayed through the Big Ten tournament, and I have not had a bad meal. The place is awesome.
I'm surprised you managed to stay out of trouble as well. It's a long time in a big city for you, Dan.
A little problem at the Garden, but we got that straightened out.
Okogie. Rebounded by Stephon Mitchell, freshman from Shakopee, Minnesota.
And they love Mitchell. You talk to them, they think Mitchell is the kind of guy that wins games for him. Terrific glue guy, does everything right, a little dinged up, but now healthy, and they feel good about him.
He's been a perfect switchblade to this offense. Here's Chapman. 3 doesn't fall. Okogie, another board.
It's interesting. You fall asleep just for a second. I mean, just for a split second, as Cole did right there, and the offense runs through Chapman, Robinson. You better figure it out. You better get in a stance constantly with him and Bowman and Robinson.
Roderick Jackson into the corner. Moses Wright. That doesn't go. Right on the season now, 2 of 29 for 3.
Yeah, at some point, when you get to be about 2 for 18, you need to stop. You need to shot fake and drive.
There's a reason he was that open. John Carlos Reyes to the 10. BC with an 11-4 lead early.
Hey, Reyes has been playing very, very well. Reyes is the kind of guy that comes in and plays with his head up. He's not afraid to get involved early.
Here's Jackson maneuvering through traffic. It comes to Robinson. No push. Over to Chapman at the rim. And to Jordan Chapman to the free throw line.
You know, you just saw another transition foul, a chance for 2 points. Earlier, you're going to see, here's a steal, bunch of guys back, right? I mean, look, everybody's back seemingly, but here's what you have to do. You've got to cover the rim first from Lammers, and then you must stop the basketball. First guy, sprint back. Second guy, stop the basketball. Neither happened. And you get a layup. These guys for Boston College are so good in transition, you've got to stop the ball.
Maria?
Dan, that was the focus for Coach Passner in the last time out. He told everyone the first job is to stop the ball. We have to get it stopped before the free throw line. And he said the transition defense is killing us right now. They're getting the easy buckets right to the rim.
And Maria, that's why coaches drink. Because you sit there all week and you say, we've got to stop the basketball. Then you have a walkthrough day of the game. We've got to stop the basketball. And then you get in your huddle. We've got to stop the basketball. And guess what? When it gets on the court, they don't stop the basketball. It makes you crazy.
12:17 p.m. We know where Dan is at. Okogie. Blocked from behind.
That was a great defensive play by Robinson. Okogie wants a foul, but he's wrong. That was just tremendous defense.
Ballman off the bounce. Kicks to Chapman. Mitchell down the lane. Over Lammers. Snagged out of the air by Moses Wright.
You know, Mitchell, one more dribble, best jump, put 2 hands on the backboard, he's got a layup.
Lob inside for Lammers, who will go in to shoot 2.
But, you know, the truth is when you play Boston College, here are the 3 things. Number 1, get back. Stop transition. You have to. If you don't, they're going to not only get twos, they're running for layups here, but they're also running for threes. The second thing is no quick jump shots. Because what do quick jump shots mean? It means long rebounds. Go to the rim, fine. Long rebounds helps with transition. And then the third thing, when defending Boston College, is you got to guard your own man. You got to give enough space with a hand up to keep a man in front of you, because they're tremendous penetrating pitch guys. And that's what I'm saying. This is exactly what Coach Pastner has worked on since they knew who they were going to play.
Now, what's interesting, Pastner told us yesterday that he was worried about BC's three-point shooting. And he said, we've got to make them throw it inside to their bigs. We have to make the BC bigs beat us. We have to make them score twos. But the twos that BC has been getting have been easy ones.
And they've been in transition, which just adds to the three-point shooting.
There's Bowman blocked. But that's going to be a goaltender.
And again, the ball wasn't kept in front. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, this is something to watch. Watch the help side come right here, okay? Here comes the help side. Well, guess what? See that weak side? By not guarding your own, the weak side backboard is open, and you give up offensive rebounds to a smallish team, so you have to keep your guy in front.
Jackson splits the D. Floater. Rebound to Mitchell. They'll reach in on BC.
Again, if you're Tech, you can live with that. There's nobody in there that's really going to block a shot. You split the defense, you have a little patience, you get in the lane, and then it just becomes make or miss.
Foul on Georgia Tech, rather, it's Moses Wright, his first. Fourth team foul.
Did Maria Taylor lose a bet and had to work with us?
I think so.
She did. She's usually on the 18. She's with us.
I lost the bet to Jay Billis, actually.
That's what I thought.
He said I would have to work with you, Dan. That's why I haven't seen you yet.
That's what
I knocked him over and said, hey.
Maria, the game was rigged. All the straws were short.
Hey, Okogie looked good on that jump shot. Now, that was in rhythm a little bit, but still, they can get that shot any time. You've got to take the ball to the rim and then figure it out.
Bowman over Okogie. That's something Jim Christian wants Kai Bowman to work on. Get your shot within the flow of the offense.
That's just a bad shot. And you know what?
Wright missed the putback.
They don't need bad shots. They can get almost anything they want against Boston College by just doing that right there. Inside out and drive a recovery if you'd like.
Chapman misses the three. Battle for the rebound. Reyes and Lammers. We get a jump ball. And it's possession arrow, Boston College. BC out and running early.
Some very bad names. They need to get a little more creative with their name calling.
Is it worse than any of the names the people who work with you call you?
Which is second on the list of family members.
BC turns it over. Urban Mesniak's into the game. BC down a big. Luka Kraljevic still in the concussion protocol. Neither of these teams, with the injuries they've had to deal with, are particularly deep. Okogie off balance, and the rebound pulled down by Mesniak.
Well, that was pretty good defense by Robinson. He fought over the screen and bothered Okogie's shot without fouling.
Popovich coming out to set the screen, gets it back from Robinson. Plenty of time to shoot. Popovich way off.
That's exactly what you were saying. You know exactly what you were saying. Make the bigs play one-on-one inside and don't let the perimeter beat you to the basket or on the bounce for a shot.
Okogie, wild shot. Fast break opportunity for BC. Bowman. Down low, Popovich, and that's too easy.
And all he did, Anish, all he did was went right down Main Street. He just kept running. Wright, who was under the basket, kind of stopped, turned his head, and Popovich just ran right past him.
Georgia Tech has missed 12 of its last 13. Here's Cole. He's got 2 fouls, banks it in.
Well, they need somebody. They need somebody around the basket. And Cole is a lot taller in person than we saw him the other day. A lot taller, so he's a kid with enough skill that can go down there and get a bucket.
Cole 6'9", coming off his first career double-double against Wake last time out.
You got to get back on defense. And the first thing, I swear to you, is you've got to get back here and cover the front of the rim. That is first and foremost. Nobody can run past you. It was Lammers who just turned his head right, didn't see it either. And I swear, big kids, if they just run, big kids running the floor, not even that hard, just consistently get open once or twice a game.
Last foul on Brandon Alston of Georgia Tech. Robinson's pass tipped. Lammers to Alston. Has it taken away from behind by Popovich. Robinson thought about the pull-up. Bowman.
See what happened there? Bowman was not able to get past his man. Alston played good individual defense. Next thing you know, sloppy pass, turnover, second in a row. If you can eliminate helping, it helps your defense so much. Make guys shoot over you is exactly what Georgia Tech has done the last two possessions.
Inside the Lammers. And that's going to be a blocking foul on Mesniaks.
I felt like Mesniaks was there. Let's see. Man, it's a tough one. Originally, I thought maybe the call was because he was in the arc. Clearly, he wasn't.
So Ben Lammers, the senior from San Antonio, a mechanical engineering major. And Dan, a few weeks ago, I was talking to him about what he's studying. He tried to explain it to me. This is what I took away. He programs and builds robots.
Well, that's why we need a Marie on this broadcast, because she's the only one that could understand that level of thinking. I mean, I went to Indiana. They just give you a degree. They don't care. What do you want? Communications. Okay.
Okay, guys, if you want to know what Ben Lammers is studying, he is right now interning, and a part of that research is an invasive or non-destructive analysis of material. So basically, it's doing like an ultrasound on a bridge and finding out maybe in 8 years this part of the bridge could potentially crack. So he is right now working on the things that'll keep you safe, Dan. That is his job.
See, he's helping mankind. I'm annoying mankind.
Back iron by Cole.
See, that needs to go into Lammers. You know, every game is organic, right? You know, you're not making shots, so you got to throw it inside and then maybe play inside out. But give Lammers a chance to go get a bucket.
Right, passed on the three this time. Better shot, but rebounded by Bowman. Robinson to the left hand and able to draw the foul. Boston College with his A.W. Hamilton, the guy on the right, was a fantastic player at Marshall. Coached against him in the MAC. He was really, really good. I know coach on the floor. Kevin Keats has done a terrific job with North Carolina State. Has a great staff. First season as head coach, Keats with wins against Duke and North Carolina. Wolfpack almost got a double bye in this tournament as Robinson hits both free throws. A lot of terrific coaching jobs in this league. Jim Christian led BC to its first winning season in his tenure.
You know, Mike Bray's done a great job. You know, Mike Bray's kept him in contention to play in the NCAA tournament, despite not only Bonzie Colson being out, but people forget Matt Farrell was out for a while.
5 games with an ankle injury. We'll see Notre Dame and Pitt in the 2:30 game. Irish, one of Joe Lunardi's first 4 out. There's Popovich against Lammers, and he gets the soft bounce.
You can live with that if you're Georgia Tech, except for the fact that Popovich went too easy into the middle of the court. You let a decent player, good player, great, in the middle of the floor, you've got a problem.
Okogie hits.
Yeah, Okogie came off that screen fast. Anish, he was going to shoot the basketball before he ever received the screen. He came off to shoot, which is exactly what you have to do coming off screens.
Robinson against Lammers. Will attack. Lammers the block. Averages more than 2 a game. He's going up 2. Okogie trying to get hot. And a foul underneath. It's on Popovich's first.
You can see Lammers terrific defensively, but they kept him at the high post, and I understand it's the offense they run. But again, it would behoove Georgia Tech a little bit to throw it on the block to him, see what he can get done, play inside out.
Lammers has had a couple of 20-point games in the last 2 weeks. Jackson using the fake. Leaning in from 15.
Yeah, really good. Little shot fake. He did what Okogie did. He came off the screen to score, and because he was so attuned to it, defense went for the little shot fake, got in the lane, knocked it in.
Robinson step back. Now Popovich against Lammers, turned away and devoured. For the 33rd year, ESPN Champ Week, presented by Principal, continues tonight with the West Coast Conference Championship game. BYU and Gonzaga, 9 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Tell you what, BYU blasted St. Mary's last night. And in the game before, I'm not sure I've seen a better first half of basketball than what we saw out of Gonzaga. That Hachimura was incredible going to the rim. I saw him early in the year, and he was okay figuring it out. Now he is a star, the kid coming off the bench.
Is Gonzaga capable of another deep March run like last year?
Whatever you were going to say, are they capable of a national championship? I was going to say yes.
Yes, why?
They make shots, and they have difficult matchups for people, meaning they have enough guys on the perimeter that are big, that can pick, pop, pick, shot fake, enough skill. I think they are. And let's be honest, there are a lot of teams that are really good teams that aren't playing their best right now. After what I saw last night, Gonzaga and Michigan, 2 teams that are playing as well as any in the country, that are a little bit off the top 4 or 5.
Meanwhile, Robinson has 9 after completing the 3-point play. Who in this ACC tournament, outside of the obvious teams, do you see capable of a run as Lammers misses?
Well, I think if Notre Dame can get in, and that's a big if. They've got to win a couple games, but if they can get in, I think they can definitely make a run. Again, I saw them in Maui, and they were tremendous.
And Mike Gray told us yesterday he feels right now he has that team that he had in Maui.
Yeah, and they were connected. They had no ego. They shared the basketball. Matt Farrell, tremendous floor leader and shot maker. Well, that was really, really good by Bowman. That was going to be a layup. Bowman left his man, read it, knocked it out of bounds.
And Schropp, Dan Dockich, Maria Taylor with you.
Who do you think?
I think NC State, having seen them on their best nights a few times this year, when they're playing well, they've shown that they can beat anybody. Jackson short. Robinson. Chapman puts it on the floor. And Bowman will reset.
Really good offense. Everybody attack. Don't have it. Settle in. Run some offense.
Chapman no good. Jordan Chapman transferred to BYU. He's 24 years old, married to the 2-year mission in Taiwan. Moses Wright open for 3, and now 2 of 30 from downtown.
Exactly what you said. They went to Lammers. They doubled off Wright. Guess who was open? Wright. Coach, I'm open. Really? You're 2 for 29. Of course you're open.
Jackson splits the D, stumbles. He was tripped. And the foul is on Chapman, and that is his first. BC.
From the Seth Greenberg NIT bunker.
That would mean a lot, though, for Boston College. Get that extra postseason experience.
I agree, though, with Notre Dame's win. I was looking at our BPI stuff. Notre Dame wins today. They have a 4% chance of getting into the tournament. If they win today, they still have a 4% chance of getting into the tournament. So Seth is absolutely right. I mean, look, you're going to have to not only win today if you're Notre Dame. I mean, that's kind of clear, but you're going to have to beat Virginia Tech, at least.
You don't get anything from a win against Pittsburgh. Pitt's 0-18.
And Seth's also right. You know, when somebody gets hurt, we make him out to be the end-all, be-all. Well, Ball State beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame. Ball State hasn't been great this year. And Indiana, certainly not great this year, beat Notre Dame on a neutral floor.
Meanwhile, momentum starting to turn here for Georgia Tech. They've cut it to 6. It's been a little bit of a sleepy start to this game. Noon start on a Tuesday. That's something teams aren't used to playing. And then, again, the arena is probably going to be filled a little more at night than it is right now.
Oh, I don't think it's going to be a little more, Phil. I think it's going to be a lot more. But I will say it's a decent crowd. But you're right. This is such a different deal. You're talking about really, what are you talking about? An 8:30 walkthrough. I love that they're going into Lammers now with this little up screen. But you're talking about an 8:30 walkthrough, 3.5 hours usually before the game, maybe an 8 o'clock breakfast, get up early. You know, these are college kids. My kids come home, they're sleeping until noon, 1 o'clock.
Something to watch now. That's 2 fouls on Reyes. Jerome Robinson also picked up his second moments ago. Robinson fouled out against Georgia Tech in the first meeting of the season.
I'd let Lammers, if I were Georgia Tech, I'd keep going to him, and if he gets 10 to 15 free throws, we're going to win this game.
Meanwhile, BC turns it over again. First winning season for Boston College after 6 straight losing campaigns. Georgia Tech entered this tournament having won 2 straight after a 7-game losing streak. The streak actually started against BC. In and out for a Kogi, now just 3 out of 12.
Yeah, but he's getting good looks, and he looks confident to me. If he can keep getting those kind of shots, he's going to be fine. They'll turn around for him.
Inside, and Popovich calmly puts it in.
Little too much help. Little too much towards Bowman by Lammers. Not able to get back fast enough to Popovich.
Jackson. Cole could not hang on. Bouncer to Mitchell. Bowman through the contact and one.
Wow, nice finish. Defense came over just a little bit late. This all started with the jump bounce pass, which is rarely seen, and then Bowman keeping his chin on the rim, playing through contact. But tell you what, you get the ball to Bowman in a decent spot, he can do a lot of good things. He can finish, he can shoot it. He Chapman, Robinson. It's a team built for a tournament run because of their ability to make shots.
That was 3 on Alston, who stays in. Bowman was actually committed to North Carolina to play wide receiver for Larry Fedora. Decommitted. Wanted to play basketball, but after decommitting, Nick Saban offered Bowman a scholarship as Jackson lays it in.
There's Lammers making the pass. It'd be hard to turn down Nick Saban and a chance to play for national championships.
And Bowman actually got a text from one football coach who said, "You made the worst decision of your life." We can choose wisely.
Well, I am a big believer. If football coaches disagree with you, you're doing things right.
There is Vin Baker Jr., the son of the 4-time NBA All-Star. Vin Baker, first-round pick out of Hartford.
And a great look by Bowman. Bowman caught the ball. It was loose. Immediately knew where Baker was, found him.
Largest lead of the games for BC, and there's Lammers again on the block.
Yeah, he set a ball screen and dove and just annihilated the defense. Pretty good look by Okogie as well. They have to keep doing that. Lammers on the block is number one thing.
Lammers has 11 to lead all scorers.
This is not going to end well.
Popovich against Lammers.
Oh, never mind. I saw too much standing, and I think Lammers, maybe I think more of Lammers' defensive ability than I should.
Meanwhile, Popovich with 8 here in the first half. Averages 9.5 a game. Lammers is now getting a touch on every possession. Jackson tied up. Kicks it out. Right. And he traveled.
And that was terrific rotation. Terrific. When the ball was in the air is when help side defense has to move. The ball was thrown.
Boston College a few weeks ago, 10 threes, 37 points.
There are 3 kind of shooters. Those that you're surprised when they miss, those that you want to shoot and you know are going to make more than they miss, and then guys that should not shoot, screeners. Matt Farrell, when he lifts up such strong legs, I expect him to make.
Final seconds of this opening half. Bowman. Robinson blocked from behind by Okogie. Robinson. It's good if it counts. It counts if it's good.